Hello, hello everybody. Whiteandnerdyman once again with another episode. That's right, I made it to episode 2 of something this time. Gasp, shock, hide your women and children, etc. of Dungeon Souls. Once again, neat roguelike that I had picked up again the other day. I've been having a lot of fun with it. So we're just going to go ahead and jump right on into episode 2. But first, let us visit this game's one of its versions of permanent progress as a roguelite game. You permadeath every single run. You lose all the items that you collect and all that good stuff, but there are some ways that you can make permanent progress. One of these is the armory. You can find crafting recipes to make new weapons for each of the character classes. You can't see my mouse currently, but I am waving it over the weapon icon. But the only way that we're able to unlock these recipes is to actually go to the Forbidden Library level that, unfortunately, we missed last time. But perhaps this run we'll be able to go and craft weapons that do different, like status effect kind of things. Like there's fire variants and ice variants of each class's weapon, and a couple of other ones that I have not discovered yet. We will find that out together. So, without further ado, we can go ahead and go back. Oh, and the armory is just where we can see all the stuff that we've crafted currently. So let's head back here and start run number 2. I think we're going to put in our random again. Hopefully it won't land on Barb again. If it does, we'll just play the run, and then next time we'll actually choose a character class to ensure that each one is different. I have a little bit of time before work today, so I think we might be able to get a couple episodes out in one session. We will see. Here's for a ranged class. They're my favorite in this game. And random. To the dungeon depths we go. Alright, we are rolling Necromancer today. So let us see. This class is fun. Pretty much plays exactly as a Necromancer you think would. Has a nice projectile that has a bit of homing on it. And our skills, Necrotic Blast, which is pew, right there. Next one is Blood for attack. I really don't use this, so we're going to go with Summon. And Summon is exactly what you think it is. We get some skeletons to do our bidding. Just a wail on him. Now the Necromancer himself is not entirely helpless. This blast is actually pretty powerful once you get it upgraded. So we're going to go ahead and clear out some of the rooms here. Now the skeletons are only out, as you can see, for a limited time, so we have to plan a little bit strategically. But as you level up the skill, man, you just get an army of skeleton lackeys to do your bidding, and it's a lot of fun. Chest action over here. What do we got? Bear Claw! You got any bear claws? He said, wait a minute, I'll go check. Weird Al reference for the educated. 50% chance to scratch enemy on hit that deals 50% magic damage. We'll take it. And we also leveled up, so let's plug a stat point into magical damage. I'm always more of a DPS kind of person. My theory is that if the enemies die quickly, you won't have to worry about dodging them when they're dead. That's just me, because my reaction times are not necessarily the best. Kill that skeleton there. Go ahead and just plot my own skeletons down on the sigil. And just let the cluster fudge begin. So much fun. All the loot is so satisfying to pick up too. It's just nice and bright and colorful. Makes a pleasant noise. Yeah, call me a simple man, but I enjoy it. Alright, let's see what the shop has to offer here. Shoo, 5% movement speed. I thought I killed you already. There it goes. Alright, we might get that. Potion of Retrieve. Again, I really don't like to buy consumables, simply because I feel like they drop in enough abundance where it doesn't really justify it. You guys might disagree with me. If so, feel free to leave that in the comments. Give me some tips. I'm not the best at this game, by far. And this one, Beaker. Beep! Killing 5 enemies heals you by 10 HP. Tell you what, we're gonna go movement speed, just because with these ranged characters, it's better to be maneuverable because we're slightly more squishy than our melee counterparts. If you guys remember, Barbarian had about 160 HP, and Necromancer only 63. So he got to be a little bit more careful. But, I'm not 100% sure if this particular game has been abandoned by the devs or not. A lot of roguelites on Steam have been. Their last update was in 2018, and this game is pretty fun, so I really hope that they continue to support it for a long time. I've had a lot of fun with it anyway. Leveled up again. We'll allocate the stat point here once we obliterate everything in this room. What I would like to see is greater dungeon variety. Like, all the dungeons, unless if you get in a specific order, will proceed in the same order. It's the same dungeons each time. Not to say that they're in the same layout or anything like that, or you'll get the same stuff, but I guess after a while it could get a bit samey. I haven't gotten bored with it yet, I'll put it that way. So, let's go ahead and level up real quick again. We're going to put it on Summon. I mean, that's just a no-brainer, because each level of Summon, not only do your skeletons get a bit more powerful, but you get an additional skeleton. Too good of an offer to pass up, and we're also going to plug another point into magical damage. Stupid ghosts. Did you see that? He spawned right on where I walked in. That is just a jerk move, man. You'll hear me perpetually curse the name of these ghosts as I keep going. We only have 2 more sigils to find. Stupid ghost again, I'm telling you. Face my skeletons. Ironic. The dead fighting the dead. Say that in my best Palpatine voice. We'll just trigger that boulder just because. Okay, maybe that wasn't the best idea. So we're on to the last glyph. If you look in this right-hand corner of the screen right here, that tells you how many glyphs that we have left in the level before the jolly old Redeemer decides to show his face. It's a good idea to plan that strategically sometimes. Sometimes you don't want to just blaze through the dungeon, you want to explore a little bit, especially if you haven't found the shop yet. That's something I like to do. Get rid of that fire trap so I can talk a little bit. And you really want to try to kill as many enemies as possible. That way you can get the max amount of level ups. And also the max amount of gold. It's kind of the whole risk versus reward kind of thing that makes these games so addictive. We're going to go ahead and slip out of this portal before we get wrecked. And lucky enough, we spawn right next to a chest. And we get Foot Finger. Okie dokie, I guess that's a toe. Walk faster on crit for 5 seconds. Definitely will take that. I don't know if that'll apply to our skeletons or not. Not 100% sure if they receive the benefits of our buffs or not, but any buff is a good buff in my opinion. Ooh, shop. We got some monies. Let's see. Twin Blade, 30% chance to double damage. Traveler's Cloak, 5 magic resistance, 1% movement speed, not bad. Medicinal Herb, 3 HP every 5 seconds. I gotta go with passive regen on this one. That'll be very helpful. I promise I won't just stand around and let regen happen, unless we're in a desperate situation, then I can't make any promises. Again, here's the entrance to the Forbidden Library, but sadly we do not have a book or a scroll-based item. Not yet, anyway. So, perhaps we'll have to pass it up on this run as well. We'll get there eventually, guys. Then you'll get to see it. Has a very interesting boss that will also unlock another character class, if I am not mistaken. Get this dude here, this champion enemy, and he's kind of wailing on me right now. Yeah, it's a good thing that we picked up that passive regen. We'll go ahead and pop a potion. In the meantime, alright, I'm just messing around. Let's go ahead and start taking care of some of these glyphs. Glyphs, sigils, whatever they're called. Skeletons, wrecking face! And we're, to explain, I guess, the forge that we saw at the beginning of this episode, I pick up crafting materials like that bone I just picked up there, and that metal scrap. Basically, those materials are what you use to assemble the items that I was talking about, like the different starting weapons for each class, and etc., etc. So yeah, it's a nice permanent progression feedback loop, and plus I think your characters get permanent experience as well. We could take a look at that more in detail, probably next episode. Get rid of this dude, get some glyphs down, or skeletons down on this glyph. Awesome. And skeletons just kind of wreck the place. Would you say that Necromancer is OP? Maybe? I don't know. Since he's so squishy, I think he's kind of balanced out. If you get into tight quarters, it gets really difficult to negotiate. More There he goes down. And of course, all of them are dead by the time I spawn all my skeletons. But it looks cool. But yeah, I had to take yesterday off from recording. It's just between work and a couple other things in the morning, I just didn't have time to come down and record. But today, I definitely wanted to come in and record. And I got to yakking. I forgot to level up here. We are going to put another point in magical damage. We're just going to keep doing that for the time being. No point in defense if we're going to try to dodge everything that comes our way. Ooh, look at all those bats. Okay. So far, so not too shabby. The good thing is that the skeletons also make good meat slash, I mean, well, not really meat shields, but like, you know what I mean, like body shields. They will usually be the first to take damage if you're like in a crowded space. And of course, as much as I love my skeletons, they are expendable. In this instance, we'll go ahead and collect this money that that creepy thing dropped. We got one more sigil to find, so let's go ahead and go up in that corner and see if we can't rout these suckers out from their hiding place. Oh gosh, really? Oh, come on, that's just a jerk move. Spawning one of those things right in the hallway as I'm getting wailed on by archers. Not right, I say. Not right. I suppose I could have spawned skeletons to go forth on my behalf, but we'll learn from our mistakes as we go. It's not an excuse, but I'm just not used to doing Let's Play, so I might be making a couple of careless mistakes as I'm rambling on. We will get better with time. That's what practice is for. Oh yeah. Okay, I see the other glyph. Go ahead and get that. Avoid the trap. Okay, this time we're going to play smart and get my skeletons spawned in here. That way they can take the heat while I deal out the pain. Something like that. Okay. Okay. Let us go ahead and get out of here before the Redeemer comes. Get a couple more experience points, but not enough to really do anything. It's time for the first boss. Skeleton King. Yeah, unfortunately the bosses do not change either. That is an unfortunate thing. But it gives you a chance to learn each and every one. I'm just thankful that it's not like Gungeon level of like extreme difficulty. My reaction time, as I said, is not the best. I tend to panic in those kind of situations, so Gungeon stresses me out just a little bit. This game is a bit more laid back. And you see, as you can see, skeletons are like going to town on this guy. Oh yeah. He's also they're also absorbing all the damage that this guy is dishing out, so I think we'll be able to whittle them down fairly easily. How does it feel to be betrayed by your own kind, Skeleton King? Oh, trust me, I'm dancing. Getting those speed boosts from those crits. Oh yeah, there it goes. Nice! Awesome. Let us see the spoils of our victory here. Great! So we have beer! We'll grab that 50% chance to slow for 1 second. Coin purse plus 999 coins. Yeah, definitely take that. Potion, potion, commotion for the potion. Madhu, buckler. 10% chance to parry attacks. Yeah, we'll take it. And another potion. And we got some crafting materials. Awesome. If for ever any reason my other obligations have me go elsewhere during one of these Let's Plays, I can take advantage of this, the Timeless Gate, where I can quick save, hop off, then hop back on real quick, preserve my run. That's a nice feature. But for now, we shall continue forth into the depths. In one of my least favorite levels, the sewers. And a big reason for that is because of all these daggone slimes. Oy. It's just a bit... Oh, man, okay. So, like... I guess these guys can spawn a little bit earlier. These guys are like elite knights, or whatever the heck you want to call them. They're very annoying. Very powerful. They usually don't spawn until the 3rd dungeon, so that's why I got so confused both this time and last time. Get him, get him, get him, get him! Yeah, very annoying. Not a fan at all. Okay. Go ahead and get a new fresh horde in here to mop up the floor with the mobs. Oh yeah. Got another level up. Ooh, we'll be able to increase one of our skills this level. I would say it's like every 5 levels you get a skill point, but it's it seems to be kind of inconsistent. I think it's like every, like, maybe 4? I don't know. But definitely going with Summon once again, and another point in magical damage. We really need to find some buffing items, otherwise the later 4s are going to be very punishing. So many arrows. There we go. Sounds like the skeleton horde. But we, as I was saying, we really need to find some good items to start stacking and get some good, as Northern Lion likes to call them, synergies going. That way it'll be much more beneficial to our run. Kill this pustule thing here in the shop. And let's see what we have for sale. Compass points out direction. I feel like this item is kind of useless when you play with the map, so we're gonna keep moving on here. Zombie Tooth, 5 HP every 3 seconds when standing on blood. That seems pretty useful. 50% chance, Cannonball, 50% chance for an attack to explode that deals 125% damage. Honestly, with as much pain as our skeletons will cause, and as many of them as there are, I think this effect applies to them as well. We're gonna grab that. I think that'll be good for some damage stacking, eliminating some of these scrubs quickly and whatnot. Take the damage for me, thank you. It's a bit gutless of me, but hey, what you gonna do? Okay, let's get out of this. There's just so much stuff going on, I don't even know. I'm just trusting that things are working out on our behalf, which they are. Awesome. Wouldn't go as far as to say that Necromancer is a passive class, but it's definitely more of a set and forget, but you still gotta pay attention. It's one of those games that will wreck your face if you're not paying attention. Like that trap there could have been an insidious end for me. Us ranged characters, we just can't take too much punishment now, can we? I guess I've made the Necromancer Texan. The Tex-Romancer. Okay, I'll just stop. Keep it going, keep it going. Come on, team. I believe in you. Awesome. Try not to get crushed by one of these boulders. That's a bad thing. Loot and gold and other things tends to congregate in corners, you know, right where the boulder traps are. It's one of the game's insidious screw yous. But I guess it's what makes these roguelikes so compelling is the sense of defeating an seemingly undefeatable foe. An extreme challenge met with an extreme challenger. Something along those lines. Self-destructing slime. Activate the glyph. And the Redeemer is coming, so we better go ahead and make this quick. Ooh, Healer's Book! Well, there's a book item, but sadly it is way past the time for us to go to the Forbidden Library, and we're gonna get caught by the Redeemer at this pace if we don't hurry the heck up, so run away! Okay. Level 2, the sewers. So guys, we're already doing better than our last run. That is a plus. That is net positive. I will take it. Got the glyph going here. Now the slimes are extremely annoying for ranged characters. As you can see, their jump is ridiculously far. Like, they can span half the map in like 2 seconds. And they are quick little buggers, too. Why does every RPG have to have, like, a slime enemy? Just why? Okay. After the dust has settled, let's go ahead and get some more skeletons in here. Take on the glyph. Sigil. I don't know what the proper term is. I just call them glyphs and sigils interchangeably, but it's the glowing things on the floor. Would love to be able to find a key to open some of these chests. You could sometimes buy some at the shop, but that's not a 100% guarantee. Though it's like I was saying earlier, I think in perhaps a prior episode, you always want to take advantage of the shop, which is, there it is, right there, speak of the devil. You just get so much money in these runs. You permanently keep the money that you do not spend after you die. You use that to help craft stuff in the forge, but honestly, you get way too much money to justify just hoarding it all. That was kind of a gameplay faux pas that I had made whenever I first started playing this game. Ended up not doing very well with my runs because I didn't have a whole lot of items. But this way we have a lot. So let's see. Barbarian's Book, plus 5 bonus damage. That's good. Another Healer's Book. We get 8 max health stacked on top of what we already have. As you can see, we can have a maximum of 5 stacks on that. Or we have a Potion of Risk. That bit us in the butt last time, so I'm definitely not getting that. Let's go bonus damage. Well, that might just be physical damage. Well... I'm kind of learning still as I go. As I said, not pro status by any means. Have not actually beaten the game yet. I came very close. But alas, I was killed. But we will get there together, guys. Especially while I have it on footage. Hopefully. I don't like this situation because of the trapped floors and then all the nasty enemies that are in there. You see, if you kill those slimes with the little eyes, they spawn into all the room-hopping, little slime cuboids. Little cubes of gelatin. Okay. We have the regular chest here, which has plus 1 bonus defense of cloth. That's not too bad. And a cursed chest. Now, these are interesting. These contain items that do not necessarily... that have a positive effect and a negative effect at the same time. So let's see what it has. Vital Armor. When hit, 50% chance to heal the damage and 50% chance to double the damage. On a melee class, I would say maybe, but where we're already squishy enough, that could have had the potential to be incredibly dangerous for us, so let's just not and say we didn't. At least for this time. There's some other really cool cursed items. I'll have their neat pros and cons, things to consider. Like I said, this game has a very Risk of Rain kind of feel with the items, and I like that because Risk of Rain's item systems is one of the best that I've seen in any roguelite. Still kind of confused as to what the difference is. I'm pretty sure there's somebody that could explain it to me, and if you want to, hey, feel free, leave a comment. I don't mind getting an edumacation while I'm just having some fun. Okay, we got one more sigil. We have one more sigil. Yeah, definitely getting some skeletons down this hallway. That way I don't get wrecked by some... Oh, sweet! We have a new class, the Brawler. That'll be put into rotation. Probably for next episode, we'll still keep rolling random until we start getting duplicates too often. Let me assign point magical damage real quick. Yeah, there's plenty of classes to play with. I think 10 total. Not too shabby. Let our skeletons reset. And the good thing about the gold is that I don't think it actually disappears, thankfully. This is getting a little bit hectic. You just kind of keep it in the corner until you deal with what you need to deal with. Okay. Alright, let's run like heck. Shake the thing that your mama gave you. Get away from the slime. And we're gonna go to the boss. We'll see if we live. Oh, look. Oh, snap. That's definitely voice modulation, if I had ever heard it in my time as an audio engineer. He might be slightly easier to deal with. Yeah, this guy's definitely one of the more, like, bullet hell kind of bosses. I don't want to taste it. Let our lackeys... You stop running, buddy. We're doing some pretty decent damage to this guy. No! I don't want it! Oh my gosh. Okay, well, that's, that's the end of that run. And this episode. We'll go ahead and end it right there. Just got into a bad situation, almost got him whittled down, but honestly I feel like we could have had a better build. Let's go ahead and go back to the main menu here. Next episode, we'll see if we can get a new class going. hopefully we can make it to the Forbidden Library so we can get some crafting recipes. Just keep a good, steady progression of unlocking stuff, unlocking player classes, and just kicking tail. All that good stuff. So, I want to thank you very much for watching. I am Whiteandnerdyman. We will pick this up here very shortly. Once again, if you like this video, please give it a like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell to get notifications. I'm planning to be a little much more active than what I used to be, as my work schedule permits. Once again, thank you very much for watching. If you like this game, I have the link to Steam in the description. Pick it up. It's really good. We'll see you guys next time.